Even though Riley Keough grew up celebrating the legacy of her grandfather, she is constantly amazed at how his popularity is never ending. "It's really wild," Riley said recently. "It's amazing that somebody could impact people so much. I really appreciate it because, of course, we love our family and want other people to as well. But there's always like this movie, and that movie, and Elvis this. And I'm like, wow, it's really still popping." With Riley's approval, it was just announced that Graceland will reveal how the first floor of the mansion looked at the time Elvis died. What visitors to the mansion see now is a far cry to how it looked for the last 3 years Elvis was alive. In 1974, Elvis transformed Graceland's living room to its red era. This eclectic design, with striking French Provençal decor, will be recreated in a new exhibit called Graceland in Red. This is just one of several new exhibits coming in 2025. The exhibit, which opens in August, will include the original furniture Elvis used during this era.
Elvis. So he said, let's do the living room in red. I want red shag carpet. I want, velvet sofas. And so it was absolutely deferring to his taste, which, was questionable maybe, I don't know. but it made him happy. And we jokingly said, it looked a little bit like a bordello, but...
But what many people forget is that Elvis Presley's public viewing was held in the hallway entrance of Graceland, and the private funeral in August 1977 was held in the living room, when the entire decor was red. Caroline Kennedy, who was working as a summer intern for a New York newspaper, was at the mansion during the private funeral on Wednesday, August 17, the day after Elvis died. She wrote an article about it which was published in Rolling Stone in September 1977. Kennedy described the carpet in the hallway as the color scarlet, which led to the living room where Elvis's coffin was placed in the corner next to the music room. Quote, "At the far end of the room was the gleaming copper coffin that contained the body of Elvis Presley. His face seemed swollen and his sideburns reached his chin. Behind the coffin, an arch led to another room where a clear glass statue of a nude woman stood high off the floor, twirling slowly, adorned by glass beads that looked like water. Potted plastic palms surrounded the coffin, and on the wall there was a painting of a skyline on black velveteen." Unquote. Imagine the 30,000 fans who came into the entrance of the house to pay respects to Elvis. Not only were they in shock to see Elvis in his coffin, but to also see the unusual and startling red decor that engulfed the first floor of Graceland. As Caroline Kennedy wrote, quote, "The entrance to the dining room was framed by floor-to-ceiling scarlet drapes tied with gold tassels. There was a massive mahogany dining table in the center of the room, surrounded by huge chairs upholstered in scarlet satin, woven with gold thread and tiny rhinestones." Unquote. Elvis was actually buried in a white suit, blue shirt, and silver-white tie, much like the outfit he wore in the film The Trouble with Girls. Elvis had come a long way from his poor beginnings in a 2-room shack in Tupelo. Elvis once said about his Tupelo birthplace, quote, "Hell, the whole place would have fit into the living room of Graceland." He laughed. There is an ongoing debate among Elvis fans whether Priscilla should have allowed the red decor of Graceland to be removed. For the opening of Graceland to the public in 1982, it was replaced with the white and blue theme from the 1960s. In fact, even Linda Thompson weighed in, saying in her memoir, quote, "I think this decision might have been a mistake on their part. Of course, it's a much classier, prettier place done all in white, and honestly more to my own taste. But Elvis had such a strong impulse to redecorate as we did in 1974, and so I feel like something that was a real part of his vision was destroyed." Unquote. Do you think the decor should have been left in the red theme when Graceland was opened for tours? Let us know in the comments below. Some fans who view the red decor as tacky even criticize Linda Thompson for helping to install the red decor in 1974. They deny that Elvis wanted the red decor and insist it was Linda's idea. However, that is not the case. As discussed in this video, Elvis wanted to install red carpet throughout Graceland when he first bought the home in 1957. However, he was talked out of it by his mother, Gladys. But that didn't stop Elvis from putting red shag carpet in his bedroom early on. Elvis loved the color red so much, He even had the gates at Graceland painted red for a while, as shown here in this photo from 1960. In fact, the inspiration for Elvis and Linda to redecorate the living room and dining room in 1974 came from the red decor of Elvis's bedroom. Proof can be seen in these photos from October 1973, taken by Linda's friend Jean LeMay. Elvis's already had his bedroom decorated with red shag carpet and red drapes before the red decor was added to the first floor. Even his office and bathroom had red carpet.
I slept there when he went out of town. I want to make that very clear. I was fortunate. We'd have sleepovers, and that's how I got the pictures of the upstairs. You know, we was like young girls just having a ball, like a little fairy tale existence. And then I just asked to take pictures, and Linda said fine. Elvis knew about it, and so I got all the pictures of the, off-limits upstairs at Graceland.
During the renovation of the first floor in 1974, Linda designed the peacock stained glass that is located at the entryway to the music room. Elvis loved peacocks and had a few on his property. As Jean recalled, in the mid-1970s, a number of brightly colored peacocks could be seen wandering around the grounds of Graceland on any given day. Their numbers dwindled down to a handful after the famous incident of several of them trying to attack their images in the finish of one of Elvis's Cadillacs.
Into the music room, if we could put stained glass peacocks. And he loved the idea because Elvis was a peacock. Even with the little capes that he would wear and come out on stage and spread the cape, it was like a beautiful peacock spreading its feathers, And he had a lot of pride and dignity, when he walked, and he just had his own presence and charisma. So I said, "You're a peacock. Let's put peacocks there," and they are so beautiful. And aren't they pretty? That did remain. Those have remained there, as well as the climbing roses at the front door, which I designed, and the P above the front door.
In addition to the new Graceland Red exhibit, they have more new exhibits coming in 2025. Elvis 90 for 90 features 90 fascinating artifacts that each tell a unique story about Presley's life and career. Elvis Aloha from Hawaii Experience will feature captivating artifacts from his historic 1973 concert. Colonel exhibit will focus on Elvis's influential manager. This exhibit opens the same month that Peter Guralnick's new book called The Colonel and the King comes out. Guralnick, the famed author of the popular two-part Elvis biography, is expected to present a much more fair and balanced account of the Colonel compared to the portrayal presented in Baz Luhrmann's movie. In the meantime, you can read Trina Young's 2023 book, Fact vs. Fiction in the 2022 Elvis movie, which discusses what's true and not true in each scene of the Elvis movie. I'll include the links in the description below. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like this video to help this channel grow. For more fascinating facts about Elvis, pick up one of Trina Young's 4 Elvis books. Read a free excerpt at elvisbiography.net. Please subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for notifications of future videos. And keep watching more Elvis videos here.